I had just finished playing Dark Souls Remastered for the second time, and out of all of the themes and philosophy one could get out of such a game, one theme stuck out to me. Its narrative, gameplay mechanics, and world design all intertwine to explore what it means to be human and the despair that accompanies its loss. The instance of humanity and inhumanity. From the very beginning, the player is introduced to the concept of humanity, a tangible essence that players collect and also lose, reflecting the struggle for meaning and purpose. I think the most obvious relation to this theme is the Hollowing, one of the most poignant and defining mechanics in the Dark Souls universe. When a player dies, they lose their humanity and gradually becomes hollow. This mechanic is more than just a gameplay feature, it's a metaphor for the loss of self. Hollowing represents the erosion of identity, purpose, and hope, a state of existence where the soul is diminished, and thus thy will to persist is progressively drained away. Characters within the game world frequently struggle with the merciless process of hollowing. They cling desperately to fragments of their past, trying to remember who they once were and what gave their lives meaning. One example of this, Solaire of Astora, as he who initially exudes unwavering optimism and a strong sense of purpose eventually confronts the despair and existential dread of hollowing. Solaire's personal quest to find his own son, a representation of his search for meaning and fulfillment, ultimately spirals into tragedy if he succumbs to hollowing. Throughout the game, players encounter various NPCs, each with their own narratives intimately tied to the theme of hollowing. These characters often grapple with their own fading memories and dwindling motivation, providing players with haunting cautionary tales. For instance, Segmire of Katarina, the courageous yet somewhat bumbly knight, faces multiple challenges that seem insurmountable. Despite his perseverance, he becomes hollow if the player fails to aid him, underlining the fragile balance between hope and despair. The concept of hollowing extends its tendrils into the very core of Dark Souls' narrative and atmosphere. It's a recurring motif that adds depth to the game's lore and underscores the struggles of its characters. In essence, hollowing is a reminder that the journey through the world of Dark Souls is not merely a physical one, but a profound psychological and emotional trial. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit, as well as its vulnerabilities in the face of overwhelming darkness and adversity. Another piece of lore that relates to this idea of cyclical struggle and existential dread is the opposing duality of the flame and the dark. The central lore of Dark Souls revolves intricately around the first flame, a primordial source of life, disparity, and immense power. The Age of Fire, which was initiated and sustained by the first flame, brought about a period of light, warmth, and civilization. The natural order is abundant with vitality. However, as time progresses, the flame inevitably dwindles, scattering its embers and leaving the world in a state of gradual decay and darkness. With the fading of the flame, the Age of Dark begins to loom ominously over the horizon, a period shrouded in fear and uncertainty. This recurring cycle of light and darkness is not merely a narrative backdrop, but a profound commentary on its inherent cyclical nature of life and death, creation and destruction, hope and despair. It represents deep questioning thoughts about life, showing the complex interactions between the opposing forces that shape the universe. Humanity, with its unique presence in the mythos, stands as both a byproduct and an active participant in this never-ending cycle. The flame itself signifies humanity's highest aspirations, the capacity for creation, innovation, and greatness. It is through the flame that humanity has been able to build civilizations, forge powerful artifacts, and transcend their natural limitations. The gods and powerful beings of the Age of Fire show the peak of these hopes and dreams, channeling the flame's power to mold the world in their image. Yet this radiant period is destined to fade, serving as a poignant symbol of the impermanence of human achievement and the inevitability of decline. In this metaphysical landscape, the flame's eventual extinction symbolizes the relentless march of entropy and the haunting reminder of mortality. Humanity, in its desperate bid to stave off the encroaching darkness, engages in futile struggles to rekindle the flame, each successive attempt a testament to their resilience, but also to the futility of resisting the natural order. This eternal struggle to maintain the flame highlights the duality of human nature. It is both a source of eminent strength and also a grave reminder of inherent frailty and futility in the face of cosmic forces. The dark, on the other hand, embodies the unknown, the unconscious, and the latent potential that exists when the flame recedes. It represents a form of existence stripped of the vibrant energy associated with the flame, yet it is not wholly devoid of meaning or purpose. The Age of Dark is often portrayed as a time when humanity must confront its deepest fears and intrinsic nature. There is a certain raw, unrefined power within the dark, suggesting that even in the absence of the flame, there lies a different form of potential and essence. Notably, the cyclical nature of the flame in the dark alludes to the broader human condition, the perpetual cycle of success and failure, growth and decline, joy and sorrow. It reflects the existential journeys as the characters within the game, and by extension, the players themselves. As people struggle to find meaning and maintain their flame, the life purpose, they also grapple with the inevitable invasion of dark, the aspect of life that challenges their existence and diminishes their essence. Now, one last piece I want to look at is the Undead Curse. The concept of the Undead Curse is one of the most critical aspects of the game's deeper philosophical underpinnings. Those unfortunate enough to be afflicted with this curse find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of death and resurrection. Unlike the natural cycle of life and death, these cursed individuals cannot find peace in a final end, but are instead doomed to rise again after each death, slowly losing more and more of their humanity with each rebirth. This perpetual cycle reflects the relentless struggle of the human condition against despair and the constant search for meaning in a seemingly indifferent world. Players experience this firsthand as they venture on in the world of Dark Souls. Every death in the game is not just a setback, but a moment that strips away a piece of the player's humanity. As players die and resurrect repeatedly, they face not only the external challenge posed by the game's numerous enemies and formidable bosses, but also an internal struggle against the creeping despair of hollowing. The game's notorious difficulty serves to reinforce this theme intricately. Each challenge, from the simplest enemy to the most daunting boss fight, is designed to push players to their limits, testing the resolve and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Conquering these challenges is not just about skill or strategy. It requires perseverance, resilience, and an unwavering will to move forward, despite repeated failures. The sense of accomplishment that players feel when they finally overcome a boss or navigate a particular treacherous area is a testament to their perseverance and mimics human struggle to find meaning and hope in a world filled with suffering and uncertainty. The narrative and lore further compounds the weight of the Undead Curse. Throughout the game, players encounter NPCs who are also afflicted by the curse. These characters often offer reflections on their own struggles with becoming hollow. Some cling to their past and seek fulfilling long-forgotten purposes, while others succumb entirely to despair, becoming hollow and losing all semblance of their former selves. The predicament of these NPCs serves as a constant reminder of the grim reality the player faces, providing a rich emotional backdrop to the physical challenge of the game. We now see Dark Souls' exploration of humanity and its loss offer a deep reflection on the human condition. Throughout the intricate lore, challenging gameplay, and haunting world, it invites players to reflect on the nature of existence, the inevitability of suffering, and the relentless pursuit of meaning. In this world of fading light and encroaching dark, humanity is both a fragile essence to be preserved and a source of enduring strength. From this, I hope you embrace the struggle, find your purpose, and hold on to humanity, for it is our darkest moments that our true light shines the brightest.